What is up, everybody? Welcome to the RM125 giveaway live stream. I'm here with my sister Cambria, who moved here. She usually watches these through
in her living room.
in her own living room, but she was able to join for this one, so she'll be the one selecting the winner when we get to that point. But quite a few things to cover before then. Got our old fashions for this stream.
Cheers. Best bartender in town.
Cheers. Little different setup for this one, so I'll be looking down here reading your comments. So I'll go ahead and just answer some questions about the bike for a while. Anything you guys want to know, we'll do a little bit of kind of Q&A, and then I'll go through the sponsor list, all the companies that made this build possible. And then if you guys got that email, I've got 14 items to give away before the bike from all of the awesome sponsors who helped out on this project. So stoked to get those to you guys as well. And then we'll figure out who wins this thing. So let's jump into it. I'll just start reading some comments here. How many people we got in here right now? 150 people watching. You're the reason I started working on bikes. That is super freaking cool to hear. Love to hear it. 06 purple and yellow RM250. This would look good next to. I would like to see that RM. That sounds sweet. Wearing your Weird People Go Fast shirt right now. Let's go. Levi says first old-fashioned Fender chug for the YouTube. Gotta sip this cocktail so we get through this stream, buddy.
Be reading numbers backwards.
Who are you with? This is my sister Cambria.
Hello.
How do I make an account on your website? It should give you the option when you're checking out with any purchase to create an account. You might be able to just create one on the account tab as well, but you can definitely create one during checkout of any item. What is the diameter of the rear tire? This is a 19-inch rim for a motocross setup. Have I ever ridden in northern Montana? I've ridden up there with Levi quite a bit in the Flathead area up north. We've ridden Kookanusa and some other good trail rides around there. Levi's figuring that area out even more so that every time we go up, we can ride more trails. Can't wait to see the next CR500 build video. I know, I'm working on it. It's been so many different projects. Now that this thing's finally wrapped, the priorities get to shift a little bit and I can get back to working on that old 88 500. What whiskey for the old fashioned? Did you just read that one?
Yeah.
Seagram 7. Seagram 7. The only whiskey I buy. How did you get the bike in there? This side door right here goes to my side yard where I just use my dirt bike ramp up the stairs and just roll it right in. What else we got? Favorite part when building bikes? I suppose just the process. Most of them, when I get them, I've never even heard run. I think hearing them run for the first time is maybe the most satisfying part, coming from a non-running machine to knowing that I made that happen. It always feels good. Hardest thing about this build. I feel like given where the starting point I had for this, I thought this whole thing was going to be a little easier than it was. Like with the frame already coated, the suspension already done, it felt like the to-do list wasn't that long, and I quickly realized that it was still a very full build, and the suspension definitely saved me some effort, but there were just lots of little hiccups I ran into. You know, the radiator fitment issue, strip threads that I didn't know existed, having to weld for the first time on a subframe. So just all the little things that I didn't expect seemed to be the hardest part. You know, all the expected is the stuff that I know how to do at this point. Sorry, just trying to keep up here. You know, if you see any interesting ones that I missed.
Yeah.
Husaberg 250 in the living room. That's sick. You don't see many Husabergs. Can you start it? Think about it. I have started a bike in the living room before, but it was only once and we were a little intoxicated. How much money did you spend? So between myself and sponsored parts, this is about an $8,000 build. And that's obviously, I have the privilege of getting to use pretty much the best of the best on every part of the build. So around $8,000 into this bike. I just this thing just scrolled like 50 comments. You need to let Carson Brown rip one of your builds. I was actually talking to Carson Brown's mechanic about riding this one. I was a little late on getting this thing done with my expected timeline to actually be able to pull it off. I think it would be awesome to actually link up with him one day and get him to ride one of my bikes. Got to make sure it's built sturdy for Carson Brown. What do you use to edit your videos with? I use Sony Vegas, which most people have not heard of these days. Everyone's using Premiere or Final Cut. I learned Sony Vegas when I was like 11 years old, got really good at it and never switched. And the only downside of that is trying to work with other editors. No one uses the same project files as me. How is that SmartCarb? Just grabbed one for my 97. This thing's been awesome. I mean, I spent an hour and a half tuning this thing in the neighborhood, making the neighbors upset, and then made almost no adjustments from there. The day Daniel Schmidt wrote it, we were debating if maybe we would want to go a little richer on the metering rod, which is still like a 10-minute swap on this bike, but I've been very impressed with SmartCarb so far, and that'll come to one of our Q&As later for the person who's going to win a SmartCarb.
Someone said, what's Kincaid?
What's Kincaid? That's me. Did your sister grow up riding dirt bikes?
Sure did. We all learned to ride on the same Honda 50.
That's in her living room. I pawned one off.
As soon as I got to town, I got delivered motorcycles, snowmobiles.
Yeah, my snowmobile's in her garage too. Do you have any tips for a new dirt bike YouTuber? Man, when I started this, I had no intent of it ever going anywhere and no idea what I was doing. So I think just starting anywhere, if it's something you want to do, I feel like the quality and the consistency and all the things you learn come with time. So I think just doing it, if it's something that sounds fun, something that you want to do. Gnarliest trail or track you've ever ridden? Definitely a trail up in the Crazies that we made a video on. My break-in ride on my KTM 300 last year is the hardest trail I've ever ridden. Gnarliest track? I don't know. I haven't ridden that much motocross. Who is your sister? What build are you thinking after the 500? Well, I do have the Panthera 600 engine, and I've been slow at making progress on that. I have a video almost done that I just need to get done, but that motor is in the chassis. The snow bike track is on it. It's questionable if it's going to see snow, before summer hits or not. So with that said, I'll say the Panthera for sure will be a rip and snow bike by next winter. I also got a Honda Odyssey go-kart, off-road go-kart that I want to swap a CRF 450 engine into. That's going to be a little welding project to teach myself to fabricate things. Hey, how is that cute lady by you?
Happy to be here.
I knew people would have sister comments. All right, people are saying, so who won? When do we know the winner? I think that means it's time to get rocking and rolling. So I'm going to go through just the list of companies and sponsors that supported this build, talk briefly about what each of them did for this project. They're all awesome companies who, if you're looking for those sorts of parts or services for your bikes, they're companies I've been proud and fortunate to work with. So I'm going to run through this list real quick. And then, like I said, we got 14 things to give away. that are all pretty sweet items before the RM. So we will get rocking and rolling here. So first on the sponsor list is DSC Motorsports, Daniel Schmidt, who built the suspension. I know most of you guys probably followed the series. For those of you who didn't, this bike was essentially abandoned by a customer years ago. Daniel Schmidt was building it for them. He took ownership, ended up asking if I wanted to build the bike. And we raised $7,000 during this build for Daniel Schmidt to race the Pro Nationals, which he's aiming to do late this summer. So that $7,000 covered his engine build from Twisted Development, which is really cool. So appreciate all of you guys for entering and being able to support a privateer Montana rider at his shot at the Nationals. But DSC Motorsports is his company. He's a full-time suspension builder when he's not racing his dirt bike. So if you're looking for someone to build your suspension, he's your man. And then we've got Rocky Mountain ATV MC. I mean, so many parts on every single bike I work on come from Rocky Mountain. Not only parts, but shop supplies, tools. Tusk is Rocky Mountain's brand. If you didn't know, most of my moto specific tools are Tusk. Rocky Mountain's just been awesome to work with and one of the absolute biggest supporters of this channel. So really wouldn't be able to do it without them. If you're shopping dirt bike parts, my Rocky Mountain link earns me commission, which helps out. So yeah, appreciate Rocky Mountain. Sorry guys, I'm trying to scroll and look at some comments while I go through this, but I'm not getting to read a whole lot. Are you giving the bike away on this live stream? Yes, the winner will be selected and called on this live stream. We're only 12 minutes in, guys. You should put your sister on more thumbnails.
Oh.
Your true thoughts, KTM 350 XEF or 300 XCW? I mean, for 95% of what I do and what I enjoy riding, the 350, hands down. That is the best do-it-all dirt bike in existence, still, in my opinion. More so than the 450, more so than the 300. The 350 does everything reasonably well. The 300, killer hard enduro bike. I'll take that thing for a nasty day over the 350 all day long. All right, that was me getting distracted and answering a couple. Continuing through the list. Shout out Luke at Phathead Racing. This thing's got a Phathead cylinder head. If you use the stock compression, essentially they look really good and they add a little bit of cooling ability, but they're also a performance part because you can swap out the dome, run race gas. So if you're looking for a performance souped up machine, Phathead has what you need to do it. Luke's been a long time supporter of this channel. KP for 5% off Phatheads. They go on every two-stroke build I do. Sneak peek at the CR500 cylinder head. First peek. I see SmartCarb Fuel Systems here in the chat. Thanks for joining, guys. Appreciate you being here and appreciate your support. So that is a perfect segue right into SmartCarb. This is the, hang on, I got a giveaway question for later. I don't want to give away. All right. So this is the fourth bike I've ran a SmartCarb on. I've been impressed every time. Easy install, amazing performance, minimal tuning, awesome guys to work with. This is the all-new SmartCarb SC3. We will be giving one of them away later in this giveaway. The SC2 was already phenomenal, but the SC3 is even better. All righty, MxLocker. MxLocker is sweet because it's a platform I started using a couple years, I don't know, a year ago for random parts and purchases and things like that. And then they reached out to me and we started working together, which has been awesome. They're just essentially a marketplace for motorsports. I shop most used parts there anymore, and they also have lots of deals on new gear. It's a really great platform backed by really good people. $10 off your first purchase there with KP10. 2SM Performance, shout out Jonathan. I wanted to do something cool and custom for this build, and I sent him the stock clutch and ignition covers, and he went through the entire process of manufacturing custom billet covers with his company and my initials on them, which is just absolutely incredible. He offers all sorts of parts for mostly Japanese two-strokes. Awesome business to support. We've got Wiseco. This engine is filled with Wiseco components. You guys see them on pretty much every single build I do. DeCal Works and MX Plastics, of course. I actually already had the restyle kit for this bike supplied by Daniel, but generally I get all my plastics from mxplastics.com, which is the sister company to DeCal Works, who crushed it on these custom graphics and, of course, the custom seat cover for this bike. How you doing?
I'm good. You got a couple of how does it work questions. Somebody asked, are you still entered for the bike if you win one of the smaller things?
Yes. So all of the smaller item giveaways will be based on order numbers, but that doesn't change your eligibility for the RM at all. The final list of total entries for the bike is all tallied up, ready to go. So yes, your entries for the RM are secure, whether you win something else.
Somebody else asked, how do I enter for the smaller giveaways?
You are automatically entered for the smaller giveaways if you entered for the bike. So if you purchased merchandise from January 1st onwards, or you bought direct entries for the bike, you're entered for the smaller giveaways. Does that cover the two?
Yep.
Cool. Thanks.
Got it.
All right, we're working through it here. ProX kind of goes hand in hand with Wiseco with my experience. They're kind of sister companies, and this bike's filled with ProX rebuild kits as well as a clutch hub. So ProX parts are superb quality along with Wiseco. Got Warp 9 wheels on this thing. Second build I've ran Warp 9s on. I've been pretty impressed. Yeah, I've had no issues with them. They're a beautiful wheel set that have been rock solid from the couple hours I put on giveaway bikes so far. And you can do custom wheel building over on their website with custom nipple color, spoke color, hub color, the whole shebang. Ride Engineering anodized these triple clamps on here, purple for this build. We'll give these bars a little turn so you can see those. Absolutely awesome set of clamps. They help with the handling of the bike and look phenomenal. And we got the custom purple to match here. No toilet air filters. I honestly always wonder why people run anything but no toil. I wash my air filters in my washing machine. Why wouldn't you do that? It has no ill effect on your washing machine. If I washed my air filters in your washing machine, you would not know.
You would be dead.
You wouldn't know.
In my washing machine?
It's biodegradable. It might cause arguments. But is Rocky Mountain a sponsor? Yes. Rocky Mountain. Sorry, I got to sip my cocktail. I have an affiliate link through Rocky Mountain. So purchases there earn me commission. And they also, they provide awesome support with Tusk products and things like that. Alrighty, we're getting there. Shinko tires. I've been running Shinkos on every single build for about 5 years now. Absolutely love them. Dirt Tricks, can barely see this rear sprocket here, but I believe 2-year warranty, might be 1-year warranty on the rear, but you're unlikely to ever need it because these things are bulletproof. They're the best looking sprockets on the market. And there's awesome, and Dave over at Dirt Tricks is awesome to work with. They have so much business that they don't even know how to handle manufacturing sprockets as quickly as they can, yet he's still supporting these builds. So Dirt Tricks is an awesome company. Bolt motorcycle hardware, got all of the engine fasteners, body fasteners, and lots of more hardware across this bike from Bolt. Shout out Nick's Vapor Honing Services, who re-zinced most of the hardware on this bike and black zinced the engine hardware, which I know was a huge pain for him. So I appreciate him for getting that done because I think the black pop on that Tide engine was necessary to really add that touch. Oh, what's up? Nick's in the chat. Glad to do the zinc plating for all your builds. I appreciate you. It's been awesome working with you. Stoked to get that 500 hardware out to you soon. I know I've been slacking, but we're getting back on it. Someone said, you're so cute. Not going to lie. Oh, thanks. I got to stay out of these comments, though. Some of them would. I'm not going to read Brat Boy's comment, but it did make me laugh. All right, IMS products. We got the IMS Pro Series foot pegs on this bike. Foot pegs are one of those things that if you just run stock, you probably don't have many complaints. But if you run something better, then you realize how much gain there is to be had from a nice set of pegs. IMS quality. I feel glued to the bike running IMS pegs. They've been on every build for years now, and they're on all of my personal bikes now. What kind of piston? This thing's got a Wiseco piston in it. Favorite giveaway bike you've built so far? Really hard to say anything other than that CR250. I mean, something about Honda Red and just the way that bike came together and the condition it was in when I got it really made that a rewarding project. SmartCarb said it had to be the CR. Yeah, that's a tough bike to beat. That's my most viewed video on my YouTube channel for a reason, I think. I'm thrilled on the outcome of this. When I got this bike, I told myself I'm gonna stick with the color scheme I was given, which still left a lot to be picked. I could have done a lot, but I was given the gray plastics, the suspension, and the purple frame. So I went with it. And I think for going with that color scheme, this turned out to be a really unique project that I'm stoked on. Is it as sick as the CR250? I can't say yes. All right, gotta shout out Prime MX. Got the frame guards on here, used the Prime MX cleaning wheels throughout the entire project on a variety of different parts on the bike. Rest in peace to Cam. Hopefully he's up there stoked to see all these builds still going on. Shout out Charles at MX Revival, Chase Builds Bikes, all the people out here working on sweet bike builds. Hopefully Cam's up there enjoying them. So shout out Cam, and shout out Nick and Haley for keeping Prime going and continuing the dream. So yeah, stoked to be running these on this bike for sure. Max Hodenot wants a shout out? No.
Somebody goes, Deborah Pavich is here. Everyone straighten up.
That was a random who said that? That's awesome. Did this kid not see my super chat? Man, I've been talking to the webcam. I'm not seeing a whole lot. Bro got zesty when he found out he's cute. I did get a little zesty. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. What's up, Trenton? Trenton's in the chat. Trenton was the first ever giveaway winner. He's got that YZ300. I'm not a random boss. I don't know who it is either, but I guess no one's a random. I apologize for that term. All right, we got 3 left on the list, and then we're gonna start giving things away. We're almost there, guys. This guy said, should I do a YZ85 full rebuild? I get a lot of questions from people asking if they should do a full rebuild. There are so many ways to answer that question. I mean, for me, it evolved. It was like one thing at a time. I did a top end on a bike. I built a whole engine on a bike. But like when you look at my first bike build that was frame up, it didn't look like this. So there are so many different levels you can achieve and how you want to do things. So I can't just answer that for you. I'd say work on your bike as much as you want, things you think you're going to get performance out of it, things you're just going to get self-satisfaction out of it, or just making it look sick. You got to kind of realize what the purpose is and do it based on that. I mean, I could not build bikes like this without the support of the companies around me and what I've built with this YouTube channel and all of you guys watching. So I think that's how I'll answer that one. Is the gas cap new? Was it in a video? Did I miss it? I think I installed it at the very end of the final start to finish build video. So this was a late arrival from Luke at Phathead Racing. He offers these billet gas caps as well. Got the custom purple anode to match. So shout out Luke once again. Those are his bread and butter, the cylinder heads and the gas cap. So yes, the gas cap was one final touch on this thing. I'm wondering if you should rebuild something just to do it and find out. See, when I started working on things, everything I worked on was out of necessity. It was, oh, this doesn't work. Can I make it work? Not to say it's not good to just take something apart and learn how it works and put it back together. But you know, if you're in a situation where you have one dirt bike that runs and you're riding it, is taking it apart in the springtime when riding season is going to start the best way to do it? Maybe not. So you just kind of got to weigh it out for yourself, what makes sense. You like Sea Boys? Yeah, I watch quite a bit of their videos. I think they're awesome. I actually heard that they were up in Big Sky this weekend. One of my buddies met them, which I thought was super funny. Your channel got me with 3 bikes in my garage and more packages coming in than my girlfriend. That's awesome. How long have you been riding? I've been on dirt bike since I was 3. I was terrible at it as a child. Never had that much interest in it. And then in high school, I got interested in it for like that 2 years before college. Came to college, mountain biked for all of college, got a dirt bike year after college, and that is when it all started. So 2017 is when I started really riding and where it all went from here, which is crazy to think that was as long as it was ago now. All right, into the last 3. Cerakote is what I do for all of the different coatings on here. Cerakote is super durable. It is super thin, which makes it really nice for parts that have threads. It's water resistant. There are tons of benefits to Cerakote. From all the different things I've now tried over the years, I think Cerakote is the best coating you can use on dirt bike parts. Yes, it is for looks. I wouldn't say it has many performance benefits, but it doesn't have any drawbacks. I get a lot of people commenting specifically on the CR250 with that black engine. Oh, is the heat from that paint going to impact the performance of the engine? No, that is one of the good things about Cerakote. So they've been awesome to work with, and it's been an awesome skill to learn. And then we've got velocity components. Got this nice little carbon fiber case saver on this thing. Just one of those little finishing touches that adds a little something to the build. But Velocity Components also offers really, really cool specialty dirt bike tools. So steering spanner nuts, grease pucks, things like that. So if you're looking for specialty tools and you're working on a bike slot, I would check out Velocity. And then finally, we've got Boyson, where we are running their rad valve on this thing for a little bit extra performance going along with that SmartCarb. Wax says, does Cerakote hold up on a frame better than the stock finish? I have not Cerakoted a frame. I generally go powder coating on frames because it is thicker. And granted, you could spray on Cerakote thicker. But really anything on a frame, subframe, any area that's going to get contact by boots, you're going to get through. Same with engine covers. Like these are Cerakoted. I had these taped with heat tape every time we rode this bike because I don't care if you powder coat, Cerakote, anodize, paint, whatever you do in an area that's subject to boot rub is going to get rubbed off over time. Yes, SmartCarb says boots like life finds a way. Yeah, nothing is holding up to boot rub. Reed's old YZ250 had a hole in the subframe from his boots. Literally wore through an aluminum subframe. Max thinks you're cute. Do you have any mechanical schooling? I have been going to YouTube University for the last few years. YouTube, service manuals. My dad has been wrenching on bikes forever. Something I could have appreciated a lot more when I was a kid. But as I was learning, anytime I ran into things I hadn't seen or had questions, I called him. Still do. I've learned enough now that those calls where I need to learn something are a little less common, which is cool. That I've been able to develop those skills over time. But yeah, I didn't know what I was doing when I started this. A couple guys saying, what weight is the suspension tuned for? So I think this is set up for somewhere around a 160, 170 pound guy. But I should also mention that Daniel Schmidt has offered to revalve this suspension totally for free for whoever wins this bike. So if you win this thing and you have a specific type of riding you're hoping to do on it, or it doesn't suit your weight, Daniel, we'll get the stuff pulled off and we'll get you taken care of. So Daniel has offered to take care of that for whoever wins this thing. What do you usually jam out to while wrenching? it's a large spread. My top artist on Spotify for like last 3 years has been MGK. I listen to a lot of country now. Zach Bryan, Cameron Whitcomb. How long does it take you to edit a video? Varies so much. I don't know, like a normal build episode, probably 6 hours-ish. Yeah, I see that comment. Ben from Seaboys proposed to his girlfriend in Big Sky, and Dalton was flew out there. Yeah, that's why I said I was laughing when my buddy posted a photo with him. I was like, oh, he was up at Big Sky today, which is the ski resort like an hour from here. All right. I think we'll start giving some things. Hey, is this the guy that commented? This guy says, bro, the jazz music is clowning on the build videos. Someone commented on one the other day and said, quit using jazz music. And I just said, no, smiley face, because I think 95% of people like the jazz. I think it goes hard. SmartCarb says, never quit using the jazz. Wait till you guys see the box Luke sent this Sierra 500 cylinder head in. He had a special request for jazz during the engine build, and you better bet he'll be getting it. Husky Raleigh says, were you not going to be sober for a month? I was. That was in March. It is nearly the end of April. I did just March. All right, let's start giving some things away. So I said in the email to have your order number handy. So that would have come in any email where you ordered entries or merch. If you created an account, you can also log in on the website to get your order number. So for these, some of them, I'm just going to do kind of random selection or whoever I see popping through the chat. Some of them I have trivia questions, and the first person that I see that gets the trivia question right will get it. Last time we had like 1 or 2 instances of me not seeing the first person to get it and then picking someone else. I'm going to do my best here. You can try and help. I got the answers on here too. So, a lot of pressure. So I made us a little cheat sheet here. Yeah, let's get it going. The first one, I'm not going to do a trivia question for. I'm just going to try and pick someone who is actually actively looking to get a new graphics kit. So DeCal Works has generously offered a $100 gift card to provide a discount towards a graphics kit, or if you're just looking for number plates or something like that, that'll cover the cost, or a seat cover. So anything at DeCal Works. I don't know, throw in. Also, if you guys haven't noticed, the chat is limited to messages every 40 seconds. So submit your answer wisely before I don't see your next one. So give me your order number, let me know the bike, and I don't know why you deserve a set of graphics. We'll just pick one here. Honestly, Kenny's was the first one I saw. 4855, got a CR250. I feel like a CR is a pretty good selection for a fresh set of graphics. So Kenny Falkenberg will get you $100 off from DeCal Works. 4855. To everybody who I pick during these item giveaways, I'll shoot you an email in the next couple days to get all this squared away. All right. Next up, we've got a $100 MxLocker gift card, but this one is going to be trivia. First person who gets the answer correct to this one is going to get this $100 off at MxLocker. What components on this RM125 did I purchase on MxLocker? It was definitely featured in a build episode, and I think on Instagram too. Also, I see a lot of answers coming through without order numbers. I need your order number and the item. Still haven't seen anyone get it though. Everyone's wrong so far. I saw one that has an asterisk correct. It wasn't quite. Wow.
This was a hard one.
Apparently. I don't know. I'm gonna say I'm mildly surprised. Oh, no order, but. Well, that's gonna give it away to someone else. Well, that was Nick. Nick, I guess you deserve MxLocker too, but also not that specific. Oh, this is funny. I honestly think there was one a little while back that I'm going to give it to. 360 Films, order number 4871, said brake res, and then later on, Nick said front brake master cylinder. Or sorry, not Nick. Big E said no order but front brake master cylinder. So the entire front brake is a Honda front brake that was used on MxLocker. Thing looked like a piece of garbage when it arrived on my doorstep. It was incredibly thrashed, and then got it taken care of with some Cerakote and Pro X rebuild kits. But yeah. Alrighty. I just got a password change notification. Someone's frantically logging in to get their order number right now. All right. Next up, we've got a $100 gift card to 2SM Performance. Like I said, company that made these clutch ignition covers, the brake cap covers, and the axle blocks. This one's also a trivia question. What makes the 2SM axle blocks for the RM unique compared to stock or any other aftermarket block for this model? Oh, you guys got it quick. Kenny, I got to give it to someone else, I think, though. We're going to give it to TF Bearworks 4994. They fit the taper. You guys got that one quick. Yeah, so the Suzuki axle has a taper at the end of it, and the OEM blocks and all the other aftermarket blocks are the same diameter, so they can kind of bounce around and make it a little difficult to locate the wheel perfectly and make sure you're aligned. The 2SM blocks have this nice taper to them that allow it to fit perfectly. So really, really sleek design by Jonathan. Nice work, guys. You guys, so many people got that one. Hey, Lucky 13's giving you too much credit. He said, super cute and awesome that she rides. She has ridden.
All right. Here's the deal. I gave up once I had to learn how to use the clutch. I did the 50, and then I did the Cub, and then I moved to the city, and now I'm back, and I'm going to have to do the clutch.
So you never did ride with the clutch, right?
I've learned with Dad, but I've never did it by myself.
But for those of you who don't know, which is probably just about everyone, I'm getting a Stark Varg EX within the next, hopefully 2 weeks, up to a month and a half.
And he already said I could ride it.
She could try the Stark twist and go. These comments are awesome. Everyone, Kincaid, can I still guess if I don't have an order number? No, please leave your comments out of the chat. Of course you can guess. This guy wants to know if I need a brother-in-law. Isaiah said, wondering if anyone got the $1,000 package of entries. Nobody did. I was curious. So I added those for the CR500, which also no one has got at this point. But I was like, I feel like for this bike, someone's going to want this many entries, and it's a big bulk discount. And then I added it after the fact for this out of curiosity, and no one did. Brody said, Rhoda Stark. What's up, Brody? You won the SmartCarb during the CR250 giveaway, I think, if I remember correctly. Rhoda Stark for the first time 2 weeks ago, and it was sick. Dude, I've ridden one once, and it was epic. I'm very excited to get my hands on that bike. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Why did you choose 199? It's an RM125. I grew up as a big Travis Pastrana fan. And figured, even though it's not yellow, I do it as a little homage to him. I tried to get people to tag him in an Instagram post to see if we could get him to backflip it, but it didn't work. All righty. Moving right along. Sorry, guys, you're very easy to distract me. I'm not getting through these items very quickly, but that's all right. Yeah, it is fun. All right. We've got a $200 gift card to Phathead Racing. So it depends on the product. Most of his two-stroke cylinder heads are $350. I believe the gas caps are $75. Specialty products like the CR500 cylinder head are much more expensive. But this is a $250 gift card. So depending on what you can get a cylinder head for super, super cheap. So this one's going to be a trivia question again. What is the first bike on my YouTube channel to feature a Phathead Racing cylinder head? I love all the people guessing before I even ask a question. Phathead Racing 5113. Oh, they're coming in quick. I gotta scroll through these.
Mom told me I should make you a refill. Do you want a refill?
Sure. Thank you. Somebody got it, but didn't put an order number. But a lot of people are getting it wrong. So far, I don't see a correct answer with an order number. What other hints can I give you for this one? This one was quite a few years ago. It is one of the most viewed builds on my channel. It was, there you go. Somebody got it. KX250 4629. It was an 01 KX250. I bought it from who is now my buddy Nathan for $600. At the time, he was a random from Craigslist. We kind of were chatting while I bought that bike, like, you're pretty cool. Are we going to be friends? But he sold me a pile of garbage dirt bike, and that's exactly what I wanted. I was going through shoulder surgery. I built that thing during a really deep winter that I wished I was snowboarding with my arm in a sling, and all of a sudden the winter was over. It was a great learning lesson in how to handle being hurt. To be honest, I feel like sorry, a little tangent here, but I'd had a few winters here where I was injured and just struggled with life. All I wanted to do was snowboard it. I was mad at the world. And then I started working on bikes. And I was like, oh, you can fill your time with other things and not be upset about it. So, yeah, little life experience there. This guy's asked a lot of times if I can be his dad. I don't know how that works, man. All right, $150 Phathead Racing gift card. We're going to do this one randomly. Not entirely randomly, but let me know your order number. Let me know the bike you have and why you want a Phathead, and we're just going to pick on this one. Ideally, let me know that you have a two-stroke that a Phathead can be used on. Everyone just throw in order numbers. I'm probably going to pick one that actually tells me what bike you've got. This guy said you just got to adopt the guy. All right, FMR Motorsports. I think that was 4677 for a YZ125. It scrolled super quickly. If it FMR Motorsports, if it was not 4677, shoot me an email, let me know. But you've got that $150 Phathead gift card. Thank you. Okay. Woohoo! Where's your refill?
So many chats. I've been reading your questions.
All right. Next up, we're also going to do this one. I'll probably do this one just order number. We've got a 1-year membership of Onyx Off-Road, the elite version. So Onyx is the app that I use whenever I trail ride, especially in new locations. When I use it where I'm familiar with, I use it just to track my miles. And there's an area around here with so many different turns and loops that if we get lost, it gets me home. And then in new areas, it's just incredible. Like last Christmas, I was riding. I stopped on my drive down to Arizona in Kanab, Utah. No idea where I was. I just pulled up Onyx and started looking for trails. So it's a great app, even the free version, but the elite version adds private property boundaries and recent imagery, as well as some discounts and other things like that. So we'll get you a year membership to the elite version. We're going to go Doug Kubik, 5063. All right. Number 7, we got some shop supplies from Rocky Mountain ATVMC. We've got a Tusk aerosol kit. I don't actually have all of them with me right here, but I have some of them just to show you guys. So here's their gloss coat, which is comparable to Maxima SC1. Also smells really good. Shines up the bike. We've got plastic and lens cleaner and polish, chain lube, and then it will also come with air filter oil and contact cleaner. Like I said, I use no oil for air filters. Biodegradable, super easy to clean, hard to beat in my opinion. But the fact that Tusk now offers their own air filter oil, if you like oil-based, is great. I mean, Tusk is killing it. So we're gonna give away a whole kit of those. I like Tyler. Tyler Prokop, 4980, just moved into my new place for the first time in my own garage and need this. Congratulations. You got yourself a Tusk aerosol kit. All right. And then next up is going to be a trivia question. You guys will like this one. So we're going to give away a complete MSR gear set. So they've got different color options. I have my own personal gear here just to show you. Whoever wins, you'll get to pick your size colors, and we'll just get those over to Rocky Mountain and they'll get it shipped out to you. So this is the MXR NXT riding gear. I got the kit in white, which I thought was pretty fresh. And then here are the pants. Comes with gloves as well, but here's the pants. They've got adjustable waist, a pocket. They've been super solid. I've been really impressed with the MSR riding gear. It's honestly some of the most affordable gear on the market, and it's high quality. I rode last year Silver Kings Hard Enduro and almost every XC race in the same set of gear, and it's in really great shape still. So for this one, in that exact set of riding gear when I got it, I made an Instagram reel dancing in my bathroom to what song? Did I say pockets? Yes, the pants have one pocket that you can fit a phone in. Hey, if no one's going to get this quick, you guys have time literally to go to Instagram and find this reel. Because it doesn't seem enough of you saw it. You're going to be like, oh man, he really put that on the internet? Yes, the pocket has a zipper. One pocket on the right side. Who's going to get it? So frantically scroll through Instagram right now.
You're getting a lot of suggestions for your next karaoke, though. The girls just want to have fun.
Man, I feel like the other live streams only went for like an hour. There's a lot to talk about. Is nobody gonna get this? Somebody just go to my Instagram and find it, or I'll have to pick someone random, I guess.
How far back is the video?
I don't know. That's a good question. When did I get that gear? I guess I got that gear just before Christmas. Yeah. Oh, all right. Someone at least said the artist. Do I give it to him? I want to know the song. I want to know the name of the song. What was the question? Okay, the question was, I made an Instagram reel in this brand new MSR NXT riding gear, dancing in my bathroom to what song?
Oh, I got one.
You got one?
Well, somebody got it without an order, and then somebody said it with one.
All right, Tanner BP needs a fresh 3641. The song was unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield, one of the greatest pieces of music ever produced, in my opinion. I love that song.
I think you did make that before the Anyone But You movie came out, where like the whole thing is about the song.
I made it before the movie?
I think so. Before I thought.
I've loved that song for a very long time. All right. Okay. Number 9 is going to be the 50% off a full suspension service from Daniel Schmidt. So this ideally is aimed at someone who's racing or someone who is to the point in their riding that knows the difference and the benefits from a stock suspension setup versus a valve suspension setup. So ideally, if you're not going to benefit from this in its full form, don't put your order number. If you're a racer or someone who's kind of at that level, ready to customize their suspension, knows where you're lacking in your setup, and you want an improved setup, this is 50% off a suspension service. So I should probably have better ballpark on pricing on this, but I think normally a full service is somewhere between, you know, $700 to $1,000 for forks and shock. So you're still looking at spending about half of that. So if this is something that you're going to benefit from, let me know your order number and that this is something you want to win, and we'll get one picked here. Don't forget your order number. I see a lot of comments coming through without orders. Let's see. I'm just reading some of them to pick one here. It's so hard because you guys are all obviously, anyone's a good choice. I like, let's give it to Deegan Bluff, I assume you pronounce that. 2023 CRF 250R mid-pack B class rider 5113. We'll get you in touch with Daniel to get that stuff taken care of and see if it helps you with your racing. And I'm sure he'll be stoked because he's a Honda guy too. All right, I've got 4 of my own merch items to give away. And then we're on to the SmartCarb SC3 as the last giveaway item before the bike itself. So we're getting there, people. We're getting there. All right. I'm really curious if anyone's going to get this trivia question. It's probably kind of hard. But the this hoodie, 3 Bikes, 1 Bear, for those of you who don't know, was actually inspired by an RM125 edit we made a couple years ago now. I was about to say the year. I built a different RM125 a couple years back, a full build. Levi had one, and then I had another one that I got on trade and did a little project on. So we had Levi's RM, my build RM, and the project RM that we filmed an edit on. That is what this hoodie was inspired by. These are available on the website, by the way. Now get your answer to win the CR500. But on one of the other giveaways, I asked who the 3 riders were, and it took you guys a while to get, but someone got it. Now the question is, what were the 3 years of the RM125s in that edit? You'd have to have watched a couple years back in videos to know this one, but they are all referenced at some point on YouTube. Someone said 2011. The last RM125 was, I was about to say 07. Might have been 08.
Excuse me.
Let's go, Aiden Hall. Oh, not quite. You're close. I got excited. This one's an 01. Wonder if anyone's going to get it. We've had some close ones. I'm also getting a lot of answers without order numbers. Don't forget to put your order number, or I can't help you. We got people close. I feel like people are just starting to guess now.
Oh, somebody got it.
Someone got it. 4887. What was that username? Did you see? I don't know how to pronounce this. Erica Sue said 02, 03, and 05, and that is correct. So Levi had an 02. God, that clapped out bike. I can't believe how fast he went on that stupid thing. Levi had a clapped out 02 that he just destroyed us all on. The build was an 03, And then that project flip I had that I traded for a YZ80, craziest trade ever, was an 05. So those are the RMs featured in that video. Nebsy said, I said it first, but you missed it. Did you say it with an order number? What's up, Shannon? I just saw your comment too. Welcome to the live stream. Shannon was one of the people in the edit. Nebsy, I apologize if I missed your comment. I'm scrolling. Yeah, I just missed it. You can shoot me an email. We'll get you some stickers or a t-shirt or something. Alrighty. Next one is KP 5-panel hat. If you guys haven't noticed, the only hats you'll ever see me wear are 5 panels. It's really the only style I like. So this is my little KP Shaka logo on it. Question for this one is going to be, what is the first bike build on my YouTube channel? What got it all started? Deegan said, how do I look at the website for Daniel's suspension? He actually only has an Instagram. So you can get in touch with him through there, or I'll put you guys in contact as well. 4994. You already won something, man. What'd you win? You won a $100 gift card. Do we give it to someone else, or do we let him win too? Sister's executive decision.
Pick a new one.
Okay. Sorry, Bearworks. We're giving it to someone else. The next FMR motor. Wait, did you already get one too? No. Okay. Wait, 4677. Yeah, you did. All the guys who are killing it are just killing it. We're gonna give it to people who haven't won, if that's all right with you guys. I apologize. Dax Ewell 4298. It was a 2001 YZ250. That was the first full engine build I ever did. I had done a top end, and I figured maybe I can do an engine, and that thing was $500, I think. I time-lapsed it because I thought it would be cool to look back on. I uploaded it on YouTube, thought I would never think about it again. And then like 2 months later, it had 200,000 views. And I was like, maybe I'll keep filming these. And that is why we're here right now. Kind of crazy. MXP, while we're waiting, please tell me what whiskey you're drinking. It is Seagram 7. Someone said, buddy, I answered first. Buddy, I'm doing my best, okay? Darby said, just stopping in quick. Love the content. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. All right. 2 items, and then a smart carb, and then the bike. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Thank you all for tuning in and your patience. You guys are all freaking awesome. This is fun. My mom said Jetto.
I don't know.
My mom just commented Jetto, which is grandpa in Serbian. Alrighty. Okay, the next 2 I do not have actual product for. They're supposed to be done this week. A lot of you guys already pre-ordered them, but we have a new merch item. Till Death Do Us Part. Monty designed this sick logo, a skeleton hand, twist, and a throttle. I don't have anything printed out to actually show you. If you want to see them, they are on the website for pre-order. But we are going to get, I love all the people commenting about mom. Deborah for president. Deb's in the chat. Shout out to my mom and Patty.
You knew where you would vote for president.
All right. So we are going to give away one of the new Till Death Do Us Part t-shirts. Going to be a trivia question. Oh, I think I already said the answer. Well, whatever. Someone's going to get it. Ooh, oh, well. I think I said the answer within the last 2 minutes, but the question is, who designed the logo? Don't forget your order number. New England clam chowder? That's not the answer. Oh my God, those came in fast. The whole chat just scrolled LSGSR.
Yeah.
Did he hear? No, he didn't. All right, LSGSR channel 4676. Monty, my roommate, fellow fender boy, fellow dirt bike ripper. He designed the OG Fender Boys logo, and he designed this one too. And hopefully we keep going from here. It's been sick.
I like all the different spellings of Monty you're getting.
Yeah, it is funny. All right, and then we're also going to do one of the new Till Death Do Us Part hats. So that has the skeleton logo up here, and then Till Death Do Us Part on the side. Also another trivia question. Jay Swizzy, I got on late. Have you done the Suzuki yet? Yeah, man, I'm sorry you didn't win. Just kidding. We haven't got there yet. Okay. So for the hat, the question is, which Fender boy got a surprise bike refresh from the boys with the support of DeCal Works, MX Plastics, and Pro X? Four, 5, 3, 9. Charlie Robinson, nice work. Reedy boy, his YZ250 was in need of some love, and he was working, training as a pilot, and just literally didn't have time, and we made it happen. So with the help of those awesome companies, the boys all banded together, and we put a top end in that thing, fresh plastics and graphics in a morning, and then surprised him at the track with it, which was sick. That was awesome. Man, I love that video. Whose fresh YZ is that? Kilby. Yeah, that was a good experience. Shout out Reedy boy. Don't know if he's watching, but he's living up in Alaska, flying cargo planes, living the dream. Miss that boy. All right. The final item is a all new SmartCarb SC3. So for this, you'll be able to pick any size from 28 up to, Nathan, I should know this, 38, maybe 40 mil, whatever their biggest size is. So whatever bike you've got, it's going to be in the standard colorway. So that's a aluminum body with a black float bowl, black top. So this is going to ideally go on someone's two-stroke and improve the performance. So again, same as the suspension one. Enter this one if you actually need a carburetor for a bike that they offer it for. You winning this is not going to be beneficial if you don't have a bike for the SmartCarb, but it's going to be a trivia question. Oh, people are already throwing in numbers. You guys want me to wait 40 seconds so you can answer again? Your feed is lagging behind. There are people writing down the answers before you even ask questions. Sorry, man. Mom says no. Okay, here's the trivia question. What bikes have I ran SmartCarbs on so far prior to the Suzuki RM125? Hint, as I said earlier, there are 3 of them. I'm sorry to the people with no order numbers. We've got to, oh, they're moving too quick. All right. Here's the answers. I don't know if you've seen them. Okay, I saw one. I don't know if it was the first one. Let me do a quick scroll since this is kind of a big item to make sure that I didn't miss it. I see Fishy FPV as the guy who got it.
There's so many on here.
Yeah.
I don't know where I am.
I have my cursor paused right now so the chat isn't scrolling. So anything coming through, I'm not seeing at the moment. I just want to see if we got it. Nope. All the people putting YZ300. The YZ300 was just too late to get a SmartCarb.
Yeah, that seems right.
Is that what you see? I saw someone got it, but they said no order number.
Oh.
So part of having an order number is rewarding all of the people who did support and entering the build. I appreciate all of you for just watching too. It is awesome. But all these extra giveaway items or something, the sponsors are providing at their costs. As a thank you for participating in this whole thing. Is that what you see?
I think so.
Okay. Sincere apologies if I make a mistake here because the chat went about 1,000,000 miles an hour, but I see Fishy FPV, order number 5072, said the KTM 200, the CR 250, and the YZ 250, which is correct. So the CR 250 was the first one. My KTM 200 that I raced at Silver Kings had a smart carb on it, and then did a little YZ 250 revival project that we only rode once before that bike ended up getting sold, but it ripped. So those were the bikes. All right, now we're catching up with the chat here.
Did you see the smart carb answer on which ones?
Oh, beautiful. You want to read that?
The all-new SC3 equips nearly any two-stroke 65, 500cc, 26, 28, 36, 38, 40 millimeter available for $100 less than the older SC2s. Hit us up for info on compatibility, fitment, and tuning baselines.
Boom. So yes, I was right. They do offer a 40. Someone said you skipped me like 3 times. I'm sorry. I didn't see the correct answer out of you though in that comment. Okay, SmartCarb, when does the SC3 come out? It's out, man. You can buy that thing. They're available now. All right, guys. We're a little over an hour in. Appreciate all of your patience. You guys ready to find out who wins this thing?
And hope they answer their phone.
Jeffrey Jackson said, this is heartbreaking. I've done everything you've asked and still no response. What does he mean? I just responded. I'm doing my best here. There's 400 people in this live stream. All right. Everyone spam your order numbers in the chat, and I'm randomly going to pick one for the bike. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Look at the speed at which those order numbers came through. No. We're doing this fair and square. People have varying numbers of entries, so same as all the last ones. I used what's left of my programming skills, wrote a little Python script. It's getting very confusing as we've added direct entries and merch, because I made sure everyone got the appropriate number of entries from direct, and then the merch tallies can be tricky because if you bought like a $40 item and a $35 item, you'd think it's 1 and 1, but that's actually 75, so it's 3. That's all been taken care of. I put the time in. So
math has been math.
The math has been math. So rest assured, you've got the appropriate number of orders. I think there were 10 mail-in entries. You've been assigned an order number. So if that gets drawn, I'm going to run to my room where the postcards are and figure out who that winner is. So everyone who is entered is in here. I'm nervous.
Ready?
This part's gnarly every time. We're going to let my sister pick it. All right. So hover over run. Ooh, and then click run module. And we're about to figure out who wins this thing. Where's it going? Randomly selecting the winner from eligible entries. The winning order number is 4974. Let's figure out who it is. I'm running to the website to figure out who this is real quick. Who we calling? Where's it going? Are they in the stream? Ooh, it's a girl.
Ooh.
That's a first. I know I had girl viewers.
Me and Mom watch every video.
Aside from you guys. Oh, and they bought 15 entries. Wow. Going to Colorado.
Ooh.
That's sick. Oh, guess what? I'm going to Colorado in like a week and a half. That's sick. That works out perfect. All right. Someone said Dusty is in the stream. Is that Dusty who won the pit bike? All right, let's call the winner. Let's go.
Are we FaceTiming?
Yeah, I'm gonna try Well, first of all, let me see if they have an iPhone. Let me plug their number in and see if it's an iPhone. I've been calling everybody the last giveaways. I want to see if they have an iPhone. I was like, why haven't I just been FaceTiming these people? iPhone. Wait, how do you just do a FaceTime call?
Go to the FaceTime app.
Oh yeah. New FaceTime.
Someone said I identify as order 4964.
All right, I'm gonna start screen recording this so we can. Wait, I might have to add them to my contacts to FaceTime. It didn't just automatically add an option to make the call.
Hit return.
Oh, all right. All right, we're gonna see if I thought that was your wife, not your sister. Yeah, we have to make that very clear at the bars and such.
We have a problem here.
All right, we're giving the winner a FaceTime. We'll see if they answer. Everyone's saying congrats, Dusty. That Dusty was the guy who won the pit bike. Would you answer a random FaceTime?
Maybe?
We'll try normal phone call next, and then we'll try FaceTime again. I feel like if people are available, they just ignore you. Come on. All right, we'll try normal phone call. And then we'll try FaceTiming again. I wouldn't answer a random number. Yeah, I know, Trenton. How's your YZ300 treating you?
Hi, you have reached the desk of Tasha Riggs at Health Market.
The work number.
Yeah.
She's not at work.
But it's an iMessage. It's a face. All right. We're gonna try one more FaceTime, and then if we don't get an answer, that's probably it for trying to get a hold of her on the live stream. I can answer some more questions and stuff before we call it a night. But we're gonna try again. I love everyone who says redraw. I think in the rules I have, they have 3 full days to get back to me. If I don't hear from them within 3 days, there will be a redraw, but I don't think that's gonna happen if I were a betting man. All right, we'll try one more time. Got to call 100 times. Trust me, they won't be mad. Yeah, right?
Text them and say, call me back, you won.
You'd think on a 3rd spam call you'd answer. I think I would, you know? I don't think we're getting it. I don't think we're getting the live on the call.
Text her.
All right, I'll send a quick text. I'll answer questions for a few minutes, see if we hear back. We're trying to reach you about your extended warranty. I'm just gonna say I have a question about your order.
Someone said we should all call her.
Yeah, let me just publicly post this lady's phone number. Can you give away your shin guards? Dude, you do not want to smell those shin guards. Why isn't Deborah picking up the phone? You don't have my mom's phone number. Work phone probably getting ignored. Yeah, seems like it.
But if Kincaid and I call my mom at the same time, she answers him.
All right. Does anyone have any more questions about the bike, builds, YouTube, things in general before we, we'll give it, like I said, a couple minutes, see if I hear back from her before we end the stream. Do you come to Idaho much? I really should come more. To be honest, I've ridden there a decent bit, but most of my riding in the last couple of years has been all the Montana stuff. I'd love to explore more. So if people have good, fun single track out there, you know, and I'd love to go explore more. when you come back to Arizona. I was actually down there last week, but I just flew down to see family and cousins and such. Coming down to ride. I don't actually know. I think we're doing Christmas here this year, so we'll see when I'm back in Arizona. Are you going to open international giveaways? I saw Charles at MX Revival did. And I believe his line item was, don't know how logistics are going to work, but I'll figure it out, which I kind of liked because I get a lot of people from, I feel like a lot of Australians, reasonable number of Europeans. It'd be really cool. It'd be really cool. And it's something I should consider more seriously and find out the logistics of. I think there's probably just some legality to figure out, but I would like to. Ezekiel Wood says, can I get an autograph? I'll sign whatever you want in the next order you submit. When's the next 500 video? My buddy Nathan helped me learn to weld on your CR500 frame. Need to make some more progress before a full episode is done. Mid-May for the next episode, if I'm being honest. Would be cool to see you do a 24-hour race with your buddies. I agree. I think that would be super fun. Nah, Americans only, Doug. We already give enough to other countries. Where do you get most of your parts from on the RM? Huge variety. I mean, like I said, any orders I'm submitting are generally from Rocky Mountain. They offer pretty much everything from all of these different companies that I work with. But granted, there's some specifics on here too. But Rocky Mountain's the go-to for parts, tools, and gear. Have not got a text back yet. What about the 01 YZ125 build you did? I actually never rode that bike. I had a lot of bikes in the garage and it was taking up space, and I was ready for that thing to hit the road, so I ended up selling that 125. Are you going to be at any outdoor nationals? I doubt it. I think Ironman could be a possibility because I'd love to race that January. That could be a big stretch for this year. You ever been to Canada? I've been snowboarding there quite a bit. I've been mountain biking there quite a bit. I've never ridden dirt bikes there, but I'd like to. I'd also love to go see an Edmonton Oilers game. I'm rooting for the Oilers to win Stanley Cup. SmartCarb says the KDX is a fan favorite, an absolute gem for its time. Any interest in doing a build? Funny enough, I got reached out to by, well, Rich in Idaho, 100, got me in touch with a buddy of his who texted him back about a potential KDX to buy. So I am interested in doing one. I think it's one of those that I mean, I saw one at Silver Kings last year, and they do just have a following. What?
Shay said, Cambria, can I get your number? Just matching the man energy right now. They already have my number.
A Coyote gave me a $10 super chat. Thanks. Have you thought about doing mid-80s ATV rebuilds? I gotta be honest, man. The closest thing I think the only thing you'll ever see with 4 wheels in my garage is this Honda Odyssey go-kart. I don't think I'm interested in ATVs. Just gotta be honest. All right. What else we got here? Ever thought of building a hill climb bike? Dude, hill climbs are gnarly. I don't think I want to participate in that. Opinion on Beta 4-strokes? Probably same opinion on Betas in general. I think they're nice. I've ridden them a couple times. There's really been nothing to compel me to buy one. For no particular reason. They're great bikes. I just think there's better options for me and more aesthetically pleasing bikes on the market too, but Betas are solid. I rode a 390, I think, and I liked it. It was a good bike. What's your dream dirt bike? I don't know, man. That evolves over time. I had my 350 XCF factory edition was a bike I never thought I would own. That was probably my favorite bike I've ridden. I put hundreds of hours on that thing. Now I've got a sick 300 and a 450. It all evolves over time, and I'm stoked on them. All right. Chase said, jumping in late. Hope I didn't miss too much. Well, to be honest, buddy, you missed a lot. We gave away a lot of things. Someone won the bike in Colorado who didn't answer their phone. But you also got a shout out somewhere in there. FYI. Tom said, I want a Weird People Go Fast shirt on the KTM giveaway. You shipped it out to Australia. I want to say, and one thing on ordering merch, they're super high quality shirts and fit awesome. Thanks, Tom. I was about to do this. Is actually a great shirt too, but all of the t-shirts I picked for the merch was specifically because I've owned a bunch of those specific shirts and they're so comfortable that I was.
What's beeping?
Oh, that was my camera dying. I was like, what the heck was that? I had my camera running in the background. But yeah, appreciate that on the merch comment. I picked quality materials and they cost more because of that, but it's a shirt that you'll actually want to wear. Another super chat. Thank you, dude. I think the chat's slowing down enough that you don't need to keep sending me money for me to respond to you, but thank you. You do an 85 Honda TAC 86 Kawasaki or 88 Honda 4Tracks ATV. I'll do $250 in entries. Noted. Can you also expand my garage by about 400 square feet? Someone said you might have to adopt Caleb. Is this kid still spamming comments? What is the deal, Caleb? What's your family life like? No, I'm just kidding. All right. We're going to do one last attempt to call, and then we're going to end this stream. Appreciate you guys all for being here. I see the numbers ticking down. Everyone's like, all right, I didn't win. We're leaving. Let's try it one more. Come on, answer your phone. This guy said, adopt me. I need money for moto. What do you think me adopting you is going to help with that? Come on. Dirt bike swap go-kart. That's the plan. Putting a Honda 450 motor in an off-road go-kart. It's going to be sick.
Hi, you have reached the desk.
All right. I'll record the phone call the next time I try or when I hear back from her, and we will see if the winner is stoked. But thank you all for joining yet another stream. What a success. Thanks, Cambria, for your help. Thanks for the cocktail refresh.
No problem.
Thank you guys for being reasonably respectful. This is my sister after all. All right, this guy's asked like 12 times, where can I find KX 125 power valves? Check MxLocker, check eBay. Those would be my two spots. Good luck. Have you ever ridden Ridgecrest, California or California City? I have not. I haven't done much riding in California at all. Would you ever make a trip to Australia? Dude, you guys line up a place to stay and a bike to ride, I am there. I will come to Australia. I would love to come rip with some Aussie boys. I think that'd be awesome. Yeah, shoot me an email. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it. Thank you all for tuning in. Greatly appreciate. Ooh, what order? We got a text. What timing? Come on, answer. Should I FaceTime again? I'm just gonna FaceTime, and if she doesn't answer, then I'll respond to the text.
Respond to the motorcycle while you're FaceTiming her.
Come on, answer your phone.
Did you do your screen record?
Oh no. Come on, you texted me back. Answer your phone. I guess I have to say it's about the. I just don't want to give it away before calling. Do I say it's about the RM125? What do I say to her, guys? She said you can call but not FaceTime.
There we go.
Okay, perfect.
She's like, who's this random person that keeps FaceTiming me about an order?
Hello?
Hi, is this Tasha?
Yeah.
Hi, Tasha. This is Kincaid. Sorry for spamming your phone.
Okay.
I just wanted to let you know that you won the RM125.
What?
You have won the Suzuki RM125.
You are shitting me.
I am not.
Holy shit. No flipping way. Oh my god.
We're on live stream, and I was like, all right, I'm going to answer a few more questions and then try calling her one more time.
I just got out of boxing class. I'm like all sweaty and I'm driving and I got my boxing gloves on. That would have been a funny FaceTime.
Well, heck yeah, congratulations.
Well, and I didn't know the code, so I was like, who's FaceTiming me?
Yeah. Well, I keep calling all the winners in previous ones. I was like, why haven't I been FaceTiming them? I think that'd be more entertaining, but yeah, no, fair enough.
So now what?
Well, I see you're in Colorado.
Yeah.
I'm actually going down there for the Denver Supercross. I haven't looked at a map yet. We're still on live stream actively right now.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to the Supercross event in May. It's May 3rd.
Yep, cool. Well, sounds like we could probably arrange a delivery at that point. And if you want to make a Montana trip happen at any point, that's still on the table as well.
My family's all from Montana. Where are you at in Montana again? I don't remember.
Bozeman area.
Oh, you're in Bozeman. Okay.
Yep.
Any of it can happen, but if you're coming down the 3rd, that might be easier.
Yeah, probably the quickest, easiest way to actually get you the bike, and then from there we can chat about if you want to, make another trip up here.
Well, I mean,
just to come ride.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I've seen where you ride. I would ride there all day long. I'm going to Moab this weekend to ride.
Heck yeah, nice. What do you ride currently?
Oh, I have Kawasaki, and believe it or not, I'm just kind of learning this sport. My husband used to ride professionally.
Cool.
And so I kind of started on the baby bikes, and I'm moving myself up to a full size now. So.
Nice. So will this RM be your first full size?
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well, congrats. And I can get the guys at DeCal Works can get you taken care of with some custom numbers and names on this thing if you'd like as well, so I can get all that info from you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So.
Purple's my favorite color.
Good to hear.
Oh my God. Okay, so all right, so do you want my information now, later?
I'll give you a call back. We can chat details and everything. We'll I'll get off this live stream and wrap everything up, and then yeah, we can chat details. But congratulations, I'm stoked for you. Thank you for getting back to me. I was literally about to stop the stream when you sent me that text back. I was like, oh wait.
I literally just got out of boxing class and just started the car.
That is awesome. Well, yeah, congratulations. I'll touch base with you in the next day or two.
Awesome, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I thought for sure when you said it was a girl, it was going to be like someone got it for their son or their husband or whatever. Like, she's actually riding this
That
thing.
bike's for her.
That's amazing.
Let's go. Well, heck yeah. I can't laugh at that comment. I can't read it out loud. All right. Well, perfect. That is a great way to actually end it. We got a hold of her heading down to the Denver Supercross. So if anyone's going to be there, let me know. Hopefully see you in the stands, or I don't know if we'll go to Fan Fest or what. We're going to go ride some track around there. I think go snowboard A Basin before Supercross or after, Sunday after, because it's still going to be open. But yeah, sick. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. Another successful giveaway, and we'll be following up with a actual video of meeting the winner and getting this thing to her down in Colorado. So thanks, everybody. If you were participating and one of the order numbers that got selected as a winner, watch out for an email. I'll get in touch with you guys with getting all of your respective goodies to you. Thanks. Later.
See ya.